Have you ever felt silly or dumb for not being able to answer what you think should be a simple question? Stay tuned, because there was one question I'd been asked and months later still couldn't answer, until this one tiny purchase. I was at Sydney Airport in early 2020 waiting for my flight. I'd been asked a question over a year previously: "How do you play, Veronica?" And the answer still eluded me. I mean, it's a simple question, right? But my mind just refused to fill in the blanks. As I wandered the passenger walkways, I walked by the little LEGO Kaboom shop and kept walking out of habit. But seeing the cute LEGO sets on display brought that question back to me. How do I play? On my way back to the departure gate, still pondering the question, I noticed a tiny hanging set at the front of LEGO Kaboom. Was that... I headed towards the kiosk, unsure of what I'd seen. Was it? Yes, it was! Hanging at the end of a shelving unit was an assortment of LEGO keyrings. And the one my inner child had spied was a keyring featuring my first fictional hero, Princess Leia. In that moment, my play-deprived adult self paired with my 12-year-old inner child, and I found myself buying a totally unnecessary keyring. My typical internal voices that constantly scream for me to be fiscally responsible was silenced. And that's this keyring. I'm giving her a rest now, but from that moment at the airport until only a couple of months ago, she went with me everywhere. On my handbag, work backpack, belt hook, everywhere. Buying her opened me to enjoying fragments of play, of joy and fun. Buying her eventually led to my biggest play activity, building with LEGO parts, that fuels my creativity, artistic expression, cognitive expansion, and just plain fun. That day showed me that even a tiny change, a tiny act, can bring huge unexpected benefits and reset your life in surprising ways. What about you? Have you ever experienced a surprising way to answer your unanswerable question? Let me know in the comments. If this stirred something in you, please subscribe and we can rediscover play together. Until next time, keep playing.